More and more often, large commercial enterprises are turning to third-party litigation funding to help them defend their legal rights with the greatest economic efficiency. Third-party funding companies are growing and expanding their reach around the world. This is the second of a two-part post that reviews developments in jurisdictions around the world. Hong Kong. In June 2017, the Hong Kong Legislative Council enacted an ordinance that expressly permitted the use of third-party funding in arbitration. The legislation followed recommendations of the Hong Kong Law Reform Commission. Noting the worldwide growth of litigation funding, the Commission had concluded that to maintain Hong Kong's competitive position as a center for international arbitration matters, it would have to permit arbitrating parties to use third-party funding. Without reform that permitted third-party funding, international arbitration matters would be conducted in other jurisdictions, where such funding was permissible. Singapore. Also in 2017, Singapore followed Hong Kong's example. Apparently worried about losing the economic benefits of hosting international arbitration cases and related court and mediation proceedings, Singapore also approved the use of third-party funding in arbitration matters. This approval included the use of such funding in proceedings for the enforcement of arbitrable awards or in related proceedings. In light of these international developments, some broad trends are apparent. First, as both a growth strategy and as an instrument for spreading risk, funding companies are reaching across national boundaries to support litigants around the world. Second, as a result of this international diversification, competition for new investment opportunities is intensifying. Third, funders are supporting more diverse collection of cases with respect to substantive law and the type of tribunal. Fourth, it is increasingly common for funded actions relating to the same subject matter to be commenced in multiple jurisdictions, giving rise to the challenges of parallel litigation and competing claims. These trends suggest that litigation finance will only continue to grow around the world. As that growth continues, there will be increasing pressure to permit litigation funding in countries that do not currently permit it. Indeed, it is increasingly apparent that participation in the global economy requires the permission of third-party litigation funding.